Right then. Okay. Hello, Dan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You know, cracking on. No better or worse than anyone else in the current global, situation. Let me have a quick peek at your team. It's going to take me ages to scroll through and find your team in out. There we go. Oh, okay. Well, do you want to report it now? Do you want to take the win now?
No.
Are you there, Reg?
I'm trying to get my sound to see room. I'm trying to make how does their sound go down.
You got your timer. Oh, you got your timer.
Yeah,
on.
I tried to turn it down. I was having a little trouble there.
I have no sidekicks, my good man.
That's where it is.
1 second.
If you in the Jitsi room,
Right, your choice then, sir.
if you hit the 3 arrows beside their
I'll go for it.
I've muted the whole
In you-
tab, though.
oh yeah, if you hit in their screen on the right side, you can actually change down the volume.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to get the team links going here. True
The reason I have a little bit of sound of theirs is that I can hear if they say anything.
And sorry, guys, we're still just getting things organized here. Reg, do you want to entertain the viewers while we're
Absolutely.
while we're getting organized?
As we try to figure out the first game of our streaming.
There we go.
I'll mute them all totally, but it looks like when we're looking at the teams we've got being played here,
Who's the second player? I just got to find him on the list here.
N DJ. So I'm trying to pull up his team as well.
Sorry, what's the name?
N or DJ? The link if I find it. DGleason, it could be.
DGleason, found him. Got
Gleason.
him.
Yeah, pull that up. And I'm trying to find. I looked at Chris's team. Couldn't see his stuff on the right side to see what he was doing. But I'm just gonna start going on what's going on in the game here.
Yeah, you start going. I've almost got everything organized here. Player 2, Jitsi source. Interact. We got to get the other guy on the screen. Not that we don't like
An Oscar.
Chris.
Absolutely.
There we go. So we are. Oh, we got to flip that 180 degrees. The joys of live
The way they're playing
TV.
it, best of 3, 50 minutes is how they're doing it.
I assume they're keeping track of that stuff, right?
They are.
Because I am not. There we go. We got a nice view there. The Mr. 6 looks pretty good, actually. I think I got to rotate Mr. 6
a little
too.
bit.
Rotate that 180 degrees. Boom.
Make the windows. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Player 1 is True Mr. 6.
Black Widow has been purchased.
Generic. And you said DGleason?
Gleason. I mean, it looks like DJ is running a Becky Lynch team. Surprise. He's using the Black Widow and Poison Ivy as his controls. And he's also got the Riddler he snuck on there to do some extra little damage.
Nice.
Nice to see. Go over to Chris's side. He's running, as he said, a full control team. I didn't see what his 2 cards on the right side are, but that's going to be an interesting card today. Running the Blob to stop anything of a 2 cost from being fielded or purchased. Oh, he does have the Green Lantern. That's his win con, obviously. So he's going to try to get the Oscar, a bunch of masks, and just try to do the Justice League thing. But Justice League only has one Justice League character, really, the Zatanna. And I know this team would have been a lot better with that. What was that 2 cost?
I'm going to grab their... oh, man. Come on. I'm going to just zoom in on this field zone a little bit.
Chris brings over a Zatanna using the Becky Lynch. And he, of course, needs that Zatanna in the field to use his stuff with Green Lantern. The only problem he's going to have is if Becky hits the field, something in the field, he can start doing his Becky Lynch stuff. So,
Player 2.
match we see a Becky against the Green Lantern, which we said was the top 2 teams, right?
This whole getting the things ready is more work than I thought.
We weren't prepared for the Jitsi rooms. I mean, if it was a Dice Coalition room or the Hangouts rooms, we were set. But yeah, the extra screens that show up on the right side kind of threw things off. 6 dice being rolled for N. I'm just going to call him. He didn't pull his Becky out of the bag, but he does have a Becky and a... Oh, he did have a Black Widow. Widow.
Okay, so
We're all good now?
I think we're
He
good.
got 8 energy on Dan's side of things. He did miss his Black Widow. It's a Becky Lynch.
I should have actually opened their team links here.
Now, is that the 4-cross Becky Lynch?
I'm just pulling the team.
He did buy the
right
5-cross.
It's the
He did have the
5
5-cross.
Dan, and where is
Why he
Mr.
didn't
6?
Becky it? I'm not sure. So the team with Dan is, you actually notice he also has the Danny Moonstar. So he's actually going to try to roll. Becky has 1 win con, and his other win con is the Danny Riddler stuff. And that Riddler will actually work with Becky as well.
Yeah, so we've got Mr. 6 rolling up here.
This is rolled
got the
his
action.
Oscar's ready to hit the
Is
field.
that an action?
Oh, that's his Zatanna, I believe. He's
Oh,
got.
Zatanna. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so he's already got his Oscar and Zatanna. So it's now a turn where
race to
is
Green
he
Lantern.
going to do? Right, he's got to get a Green Lantern still, but Dan already has his Becky purchased.
Yeah.
He's bringing over the Joppa, which might be a little late if Dan rolls the Becky. That's why I was wondering why Dan didn't Becky over that Zatanna or Becky last turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because he could have had that and could have done some severe damage right away.
So it looks like he's got in the prep area. What is that die?
The Danny, I believe it is. He's purchased.
Oh, Danny Moonstar and
So,
Black Widow and Becky? Is that what I just saw?
Oh my god, he just pulled everything.
This could be a bad turn for Chris.
It could, but remember, you need the energy to do. The weird part is, if you notice on his team, Dan, he doesn't have. There's no Jerry Lawler.
That is interesting.
That's why the Becky. And we're so used to seeing, well, there's no Jerry Lawler. Maybe it was missing. Maybe it was missing from his set. I don't know, but there's a Jerry Lawler card in there that would have doubled damage from Becky.
Yeah.
I think now that I look at the full team, now I get why he's got a Riddler and he's got a Danny on the team. The Danny's there for everything must block. Riddler's going to make everything re-roll with Danny, which does the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the same will go for Becky. So when Becky's fielded, all of the stuff had to get re-rolled there.
Oh, so just Beck.
And they both came back. So no damage is done first. So the sidekick and the Becky or the Oscar got re-rolled on Chris's side.
That's the
both came back.
That's the sword of Becky there. But I wonder if he's got a shield death. I wonder if he'll use it to force attack something into Becky, just to get rid of it.
You would think that, yeah, with the Overcrush.
Well, just also it's a removal tool, right?
But I still say that Lawler would have really helped, because if he had Lawler, that could have been some serious damage right now.
I'm just going to turn him up a little bit there.
His Becky rolled on an 8-8 just now.
Nice. So what
some
damage was just taken there?
He said 7, but I thought they just said it was an 8-8.
How much damage did he take?
He said it was an 8-8, but he said he only took 7.
Well, we're going to put
him during their match, but I don't see any scores on any. Just have a timer. Which is being taken there. We'll play it at 7, let's say.
So he's at 13?
At 13, I would say.
It
looks like there's a little cribbage board kind of thing going on at the top of Ben's page. It looks like it was done 8 damage.
I cannot see. Oh, there. Okay.
It looks like there's
the cribbage board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Chris rolled his Joppa. I can't see the Joppa dice or the images there. Very blurry.
Ooh, chainmail armor.
never
What does that
seen.
do?
I have no idea. We're all scrambling here in the booth to say, what does chain armor? I think it,
It
I don't know. It's
does.
something about overcrush, doesn't it?
It says
wanna
equipped
stop-
character gets plus 4D and cannot be affected by opposing when fielded effects. Interesting.
Also, they can't get re-rolled by Becky.
But it's only
An
on equipped
interesting one, but-
characters. Oh, Joppa. That's why. He's putting it on Joppa.
Joppa's the one he's attacked. So Joppa's going to one that's going to take no combat damage, which will stop the overcrush.
Right.
He's right in the field, and again, it goes back to that's great. He's already hit for 8. He would have been hitting for a lot of damage right now. He would have hit
sorry,
for.
Lonnie,
Like,
I just saw your
14.
thanks for streaming. You're welcome. I was busy getting it all organized.
Had the whole screen here.
So he's fielding a sidekick, and he's got, what, 3 energy left? What would he be wanting? Oh, lots of prep. Lots of prep. And he's probably just going to hang that bolt, I'm guessing.
And there's no force attacks. I don't see any. And I mean,
Oh, we're getting an echo in there somewhere. You know what?
Echo?
I just muted the audio. I think it might have been coming.
Yeah,
through.
I have it on very, very light, just to make sure if they're asking us any questions.
Oh.
I guess we're not the ones answering any of their questions anyways, so let's go to a rules person. Just we can hear what they're doing and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if the echo comes back or not.
Chris is starting to get his mask that he needs, and of course he's got a discount from Oscar.
But he
for
doesn't have
-2.
his lantern yet, does he?
He has not bought a lantern. The only thing he's got going for him is he's got the static field.
Oh, there you
Now
go.
he
Joppa's
can-
now safe.
So he's got Joppa save, and he's also got static field with the mask. So once he gets that control, he'll be okay against that Becky, I believe, because he just has to have a big enough field. Joppa can't get re-rolled. He should be okay to get the lantern bot. So no force attacks on either team I see. So Chris ends holding up to all his maps. He's happy now. He's got his lantern coming across next turn. It's just now, does he roll? If not, he's sitting for 2 turns waiting to get the lantern coming back again.
Ooh,
I mean, if he misses, you just prep another.
look at all the Dannies.
Again, Danny, he doesn't have a force attacker on it.
No, but he's got a force block.
Oh, and that's right. The force block
So
something.
he can kind of do a...
That would be affected by Joppa.
Again, what does chainmail armor
There's
say?
no way. There's no deadly anyways. He just
Equipped
Joppa.
character gets plus 40. It cannot be affected by opposing when fielded. That's right. Danny would get rid of Joppa.
3 Dannies. Oh, and a bunch of sidekicks. Holy.
And he's got that question mark,
Good.
so he can get rid of Joppa here. But are we concerned?
That's a big field so far now, I'm seeing.
Yeah. So what is he going to do? He's got his win con. Or is he working his way to Riddler still?
I don't know if he's going to go Riddler. I think he can see to swing with a big field, too.
Yeah.
Because the other thing he's got is, remember, he's got time because he's got the Black Widow in the field.
Yeah.
So the Green Lanterns will all be -1.
So who did he force?
See the force
block?
Nope, there was no force block being used.
Oh yeah, it was force block. He force blocked
Was?
Joppa.
Then Joppa does get
So-
rerolled.
Chainmail should go
Chainmail's
back to the
out.
field.
It dropped. It should go back in the field. I should step in and say
Yeah,
that.
quickly give him a note there.
Hey guys, just to let you know, that chainmail should drop into the field.
Thank you.
Yeah, gear always stays in the field whenever.
So what did he
They're
take?
not
A
used.
damage or 2 damage from?
Sure. Okay, and then it's 2 from that.
He took.
Hang on, Reg has just hijacked the screen.
And then she comes back.
Make sure you mute yourself again, Reg.
Did. I thought I muted again.
So I've got me on 11 now.
Brilliant game if they can hear me.
Yes.
Smashing.
Does she remain? She remains.
I hope I just went in. I just took the screen and then did something. But and again, trying to get unmuted. I think I'm fine.
We may switch over to players talking partway through the day. We'll see how the day goes.
Right, and we just come in with one odd stuff. I just sometimes it's nice to hear the commentary we have, but when the first one we came in, we're like, what are they running? We have no idea, and you're scrambling at the start of it. So that's the hard part when you're doing a tournament like this and you don't know what's running or what their win cons are. If we played these two teams again, we would know what they're running.
Yeah. Oh, Green Lantern did not roll.
Yeah. And Dan's got quite a wide field soon. That's going to start.
No.
Oh.
You know what? I'm probably buying another Green Lantern because you got to get him out, right?
Another Green Lantern and Becky it over.
Yep, Becky Green Lantern over because you need him in the field. Your DOA.
And the Green Lantern's only going to cost 3, and then I would save a mass just in case you need it for a static field.
So, because Green Lantern would cost what? What does he have? 5 cost? So he's what? 3 right now?
3.
I'd do it.
So I'm gonna.
It would, yeah.
Becky Lynch Global and 3 to pop another Green Lantern.
There
We just whispered that in his ear.
It's like he heard us.
That's right. Maybe I am still not on mute, but I'm sitting there going, "What the fuck?" No. Sometimes we guess right. Sometimes we're like, and he's gonna buy an Eddie, and he goes to the right side and buys something else. Yeah, I mean that's the obvious play. He needs that Green Lantern, and if he misses the next one, I think his field is too small because Dan's just gonna keep forcing stuff to attack.
Lonnie just said he has an earbud, is listening to the stream.
That's right. That's the way to do it. It's you just take every turn is 7 seconds delayed.
Yeah,
you're good.
That's right. That's right. Hey Ryan, how's it going? How's the background going? Any fires you had to put out yet?
Oh, it looks like the actual stream online is so much better than my live stream.
Oh, Ryan Slater just subscribed. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate the subscription.
We're up there in our viewers now. We're getting up there.
We're at 8, and only a couple
No,
bots.
8 viewers. But how many streamers do we have for our channel?
How many followers?
Yeah,
followers.
54.
54.
You know the Alcock brothers both signed up yesterday.
They did. I noticed that.
I was testing with him. I was like, you know about our DM North site? And he's like, yeah. You know we have a Twitch channel that was very low.
Oh, what did he take here?
Looks like our just. Well, I thought you said good looking gents. I'm like, we had the face for radio search, but
Zatanna rolled out, so he took 2 damage from that, right?
It looks like the field just going to be numbers soon once he has enough to push for lethal.
I think the gear stays attached because Joppa didn't actually leave the field.
Yeah, the gear, even if it does leave the field, gear always just drops.
No, but he just got re-rolled because of Danny Moonstar.
That Danny's going to be kind of interesting. That actually is a good team to run with it. But again, I think against another Becky team, that might be trouble. I guess if the other person's got the Lawler, he's got Lawler then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's what you're thinking about is have another win con against
not
it.
Like him today. If he does not get that, he's done.
Early day of drinking.
What is early for? Well,
remember the other thing too is you can lose game 1.
Green Lantern, but no masks. Is there an intellect devour that anyone can use?
There's a clay face. He can clay. Oh yeah, no mask, but he can intellect devour.
Does someone have one?
No, I don't see.
Nope. So he's stuck for another turn. But I mean, on the plus side, he does have Green Lantern. On the minus side, I believe there are a couple. There's still a Danny Moonstar on the other side. So
a lot of teams I know that run this. A lot of teams that run this Lantern, they also run Intellect Devour for that exact reason.
I know it might be a bit much for you, but I'm going to pass priority and then turn there.
A lot of waiting, and he's been waiting for 2 turns to get that Lantern out. So it's just a matter now. And Dan's been rolling been hot from the start. His dice have been.
Dan's dice have been lovely. They've been working nice.
Yeah, they've been. I think he's hit at least 1 sidekick in every character. I don't think he's missed a character yet. So. To his ear.
So
here
a
he
couple
comes.
more Danny's got a shield.
And just having that force attack. The force attack it's a fisto, isn't it? The Booker T, or is it a shield?
It's a shield. So what is he buying? What's he saving the masks?
I don't know. He just re-rolled the character that he had.
What is his plan? Oh, he's Becky lynching.
Action die over.
Action die. What did he? Oh, Booker. Oh, actual Booker T.
That's a big boy play done. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Pass priority.
Pass back. I've got nothing over here.
And pass turn.
Oh, they're both setting up here.
Going for a big play next turn. Look out, folks. Dan's coming. One, two,
Yeah, no, we're not going to be singing, Reg.
I'm gonna say if he subscribes, and
Yeah, that's right. If we got like 25 subscribers today, maybe. See, this is
if
the
we
time.
had more time, we.
He actually does he want to keep the green light? Oh, he is keeping it. I thought he'd go for the masks.
All he's got. Again, this is where that intellect
you
power could
buy
have
a
came.
Zatanna for one. Bring it in.
Clayface it in.
Clayface it. You're gonna get 3 masks out of the deal.
This is where that intellect devourer in if he had intellect devourer on his team, just spun it down with the question mark as Zatanna, then had it over, and he would have had even more masks.
Yeah, so this will be interesting.
He doesn't even have a Zatanna in the field. That's what I also realized. His Zatanna's gone.
No, but he's got the 2 green lanterns, so that's going to trigger.
Right.
Um,
Green lanterns will be.
So I'm buying a Zatanna right now, and I'm Clayfacing it.
Yeah, and then Clayface it in. He's got 3, so that's going to do 6 minus from Black.
So he'll
Widow,
do 4. That's still it's
starting to, and as long as he keeps his field going, and then the other part too now is he's got the mask to attackers, because it looks like Dan's going to be just doing damage from the.
Minus Black Widow.
So it's 4.
Or back to Dan's cribbage board score.
It sounds like Mr. Six may have given up.
he seems to see the writing on the wall, but I mean, again, if he has to spend 2 to blink back, he can also Clayface it on the next turn to make sure he has 2 more masks as well.
Right.
So might have some defense, but the whittling down from Danny hurt him a little.
Danny hurt him big time, I think.
The one thing too, Dan's not attacking much with his Becky. I think
it seems almost Becky's a defensive piece for him. Like that's what it feels like.
He's running. Is it the 4 cost or is he running the 5 cost?
He's got the 5. He's got the 5.
The 5. So it's got overcrush every single turn, and I just don't get why not rolling it. If it gets KO'd, he just rolls it back. But
Booker T action. Oh, this might be the how much life does he got? 16. What is Mr. Six at?
But if the 4 sidekick, was it 4 sidekicks can still attack with everything? Oh no, he has to block, but he gets to choose who blocks what.
Yeah, so he'll definitely put a sidekick in front of Becky.
Right, there's the 7 damage it's going to be. It's going to be enough, and then if one character rerolls,
yeah, he'll load up.
Dan, it should be it here.
So let's.
That's what I said. Booker T is going to be a big thing for those Becky teams tonight. Is that you can force what blocks.
You know what? He still has static field, so he'll avoid. He might avoid the Becky damage.
But still, the trigger will go from. Yeah, maybe avoid the Becky.
I wonder why he didn't go with the Danny Moonstar like both of them.
Yeah, I would say full attack because you should have lethal. You're going to do something with Danny's.
So he's going to do.
The rest of your team would do the push.
7 on that plus whatever he rolls. Odds are he's dead, right?
I think, and I think you get the score. Is it 9 he's got? Yeah.
Oh. So he's taking 7. No, he'll bounce back Becky. He took 2 from Becky.
Takes me down to 7, and then Zatanna is over to the use pile, and I take 2 from that.
No, the Zatanna was energy.
Zatanna was energy.
You should let him know.
My 2 green lanterns come back.
It was energy, right?
Hang on.
It was.
Zatanna isn't 2. She was.
I was just about to say that Zatanna. Yeah, you guys figured it out. Okay, thanks, gentlemen.
So I'm actually on 7. Yeah, it's all right, Reg, because I need that static field energy.
Chris, you got to keep that earbud in your ear, man. We're trying to talk to you here. No, I'm just kidding.
1 mask to. So Danny will get KO'd.
Banter for Chris. I'm sure he liked it.
Yeah,
He's had a
yeah.
frustrating first game.
So he survives the Becky.
And again, but see, what I don't understand is why Dan didn't just full attack, because then done 7 other damage with the other characters. And if one of those characters would have blocked or rolled to an energy, it would have been game over.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just worrying. He's got enough control right now.
He does. He does.
And it's you can see the writing's on the wall. Once he gets another Danny out, he bought another Booker T. So it's just I would put everything onto one character. I would put them all onto Danny, and just attack with everything else, right? And then assign all the blockers to Danny, and you should win because Becky's going to hit for 8 or 7.
So you
can't block it.
What do you do here, Reg? I don't think you can do anything.
I mean, he can just continue with the Field and Zatanna. If he can, the masks are good for him.
I'd keep the mask. I probably wouldn't re-roll Oscar at this time. No, you don't.
Keep Oscar. Again, if he had an Insect Devourer, he could have bought another Zatanna, rolled it into it. Oh,
he's going for the masks, is he? Or what's he going for? Oh. So
that is a smart move because then you can blink back to Green Lantern.
That's 6
damage. It's going to be 6 damage. With Zatanna out in the field, it would have been 6 anyways, I think.
Yeah, I was looking. I think it's 6 either way.
It's the characters. He's only got 5 characters. Dan on his side, he's got potentially with another Danny. He's just gonna have numbers next turn.
Oh, is he spending it?
And that's what I said. Next time he has a Booker T, he should just force everything to block the Danny, forcing them all to reroll, and Becky attacks and does her damage.
I think in this play, I Atlas and I just sit on everything else. Like I'm not buying anything.
You wouldn't want to use the 2 masks right now, and then have the you can Clayface back in the 2 masks anyways next turn.
Well, I would want him now. I want to get the 8 damage, so the 6 damage with Black Widow on the field. I want
that alcohol.
Is that alcohol?
Oh, my wife brought me a drink, and I was like, "Is there alcohol in it?" She brought me a tea. So thank you, love.
I thought you could see.
Oh no, she's like, "There's booze in there." No.
I thought you could see Mr. Six's playmat a little more than I could.
No. Oh, is it very blurry for you in the channel?
It is blurry on the channel. It's weird because it's not blurry on
Twitch.
On Twitch.
No,
or on the actual thing.
Yeah. Very hard. So, we have to look into that. Maybe the quality or something we can do between matches.
Are we
attacked with both Green Lanterns?
Is the stream down?
Oh, he attacked.
What's Becky Lynch's defense? Oh, I don't want you re-rolling it. Forget about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to.
Oh no, we're
still. Lonnie's asking if we take on song requests. I said actually at this point, saying that you do want to do all the same.
Thanks, Lonnie. Just my little monitor thing went down, so I wasn't sure. Oh, and this is best 2 out of 3. I keep forgetting about that. Danny Moonstar. Oh, he's not keeping Danny.
You know what? It's just, and again, this is what's the power of the game is that it's so interesting to see how people are playing, and it's not the way we would generally play. I think it's just, the way we're thinking. But we don't know his whole strategy with the Riddler, like why he hasn't bought a Riddler.
He just bought Eddie. He's trying to.
But what I meant is these times he's bought the Booker T. If he bought a Riddler, this game would have been well over as well, with all the re-rolling he could have done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to think of, like, you have the Riddler there, but maybe he doesn't know the combo he has with those 3. I mean, sure he has, but it's a really cool theory that if you can lock your opponent out.
And he's going to bounce
static
back.
Field black.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I was wondering why there wasn't.
But he just bought Eddie. Eddie's coming out next turn potentially, so there's nothing you're going to be able to do with those masks.
No static field.
No, there's just 4 in there. There's Tanner and 3 sidekicks. And then 1 sidekick in prep.
So he's
down Dan. And this could be a massive turn if he can get.
He needs the masks.
Masks.
I'm rolling.
He can Clayface in a mask. Clayface in a mask.
Yeah.
6, 3.
I'll re-roll these 4.
Oh, now he's got one mask.
So best he's gonna do.
But he's got.
You know what? Here's the problem. Do you want sidekicks in the field right now? Probably not.
The problem he's going to have is the energy. He got a Clayface in once, and then Clayface next time he'll have 4. Oh, but you can't use static field next turn.
Yeah, he's likely, at best, he might be able to do 4 damage with Green Lantern.
He can spin in Zatanna, do his 4, and then hold on, just hoping that Eddie doesn't roll. But I mean, yeah, because you've got a Booker T coming, but he still didn't reach for the Riddler.
And I think he's got still got the numbers on the other side that you're not going to get through him yet.
Well, can he do enough block? Danny's are how big?
He can do like he'll do 4 at best. He can do 4 damage with Green Lantern. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He can jump block all the sidekicks with his Green Lanterns. He can Joppa on the Becky. Leave the 2 Dannies to go through if he wants. Unless he gets a Booker T. He's got 2 Booker.
I'm going for it. Like I'm gonna take my 4 damage.
He's got a Booker T. The Booker T dice in this bag. I'm sure 2 Booker T dice. If Booker T hits, it's over. Like it'll be over next turn. He's got to attack. He's got to attack for the 2 Green Lanterns.
Yeah, he has to do that.
And if he blocks them, great. If he doesn't block them, like actually, I would block one of them with Becky just to knock it out.
He's gonna bounce them back.
Right, make him use the mask. Well, he's going to use them anyways because he's thinking he's coming next turn. But there's always a chance that Eddie doesn't roll, and do you just hold on to those masks? Yeah, block 2 sidekicks. He's down. He's got life down, but
what do you do here? Oh, he is static fielding them.
why? Oh, I guess he's just doing it. But why didn't he just want to knock out? I guess to give him.
Not to give him more energy.
But he has 2 extra sidekicks now that he can attack and push if it's numbers.
It could be.
And has the numbers of field already. So if it's a matter of 1 or 2 life left now, the sidekicks could do the final damage. That's the problem. And you got Eddie. Yeah. What he needs. At this point, if it rolls, he just says, let's go to game 2. Yeah. He wants to rush for game 2 because he's got 18 minutes to win game 2.
Yeah, like I'm... Oh, yeah, he's done.
That's game. It's over. He can use Booker T to force everything to block the Danny and attack with everything else. It's over.
No, he's got to spread the blockers across, but he'll put a sidekick in front of Becky, and that's the 7 damage.
You have to, I thought you assign who they are.
Yeah, you still have to assign all the blockers, but everything.
And all attackers have been assigned a blocker. Got it. Yeah. I thought it was you could just make everything. See, there's where I would have cheated. Oh. I thought you could put everything on Danny, and I was like, oh, it's over.
All right, well done. Well done. Thank you.
So he won 1. Reset life. Let's get to game 2, guys.
Yeah, sure, man.
I think you're saying that he's wondering that if it was Chris's video feed or something, the conversation is.
It's, you know what, I don't know what it is because it's beautiful in the actual Jitsi room.
Yeah, I actually on it now. I see Chris's video isn't as good.
And it could just be the international end of things, right?
Chris, you did just great. Don't worry. Good luck, guys, in game 2.
I don't think I can't. What is it? 16 minutes? Well, it depends how long his piss takes.
Speed dice masters game 2. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't play this team on speed.
Oh, did they pause the timer?
I don't know if they're pausing it. No, I think it's just runtime, but they're setting up.
I think someone may have taken a break there.
Oh. I don't know what they've got for the official time. Like, if they've got a 50-minute timer, do they have 60 minutes to play the game, or is there going to be a break in between?
No, I was told it was going to be just it goes through. There's no stop time here, so.
And that's what it was like one big weekend, that it was game after game after game, and it was like, man, especially if you want to rate the time. I mean, I was lucky; I was done within 10 minutes of my games.
Yeah.
I had 3-minute breaks between, but I could see if it was a long, chill kind of games, it'd be a long day of dice.
They should pause the timer though if there's if he stepped away for a minute, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Plus, he's got to set up still.
I'm back.
No worries, man. No worries.
Again, I think Chris is more. He doesn't. It's okay. I think he sees that the second game should go very similar to the first one. It's a speed thing. Maybe he'll hit that lantern ring quicker. I mean, the one good thing that Chris can look at game 2 though is that I think Dan slow played the game a little bit. Like he could have gone a lot faster with the Becky attacking and doing stuff with it. He could have had that done a lot quicker. But if he hits Green Lantern
I don't
first
know
turn,
if it was a slow play. It was just his strategy was to kind of do it that way. He might have been able to go a little bit faster.
Let's see if he goes right for the Widow again to start. I mean, again, if I'm Dan, I'm trying to make this game slow to get it to time. Because do they go to turns at time?
Yes. Yeah.
Lonnie's sitting there with some early results, and we're going to use him as our scoreboard.
Lonnie, can you give us
Lonnie, if you want to
info?
post any of them.
Stuart with the fastest first round match. What was he playing? Do you know?
You can look up when Stuart's playing. Stuart had, and again, as soon as I say it, he's going to post what it was. If you commentate, let's see. Stuart is running a Godcatcher, 2-cost Godcatcher with Black Widow, Oscar. What's his win con with that? He's got Becky. So he's going Becky, Booker, T, Jerry. So he's kind of doing the one team I tested with where you use the Godcatcher, the 2-cost one, to stop other Beckys, and you kind of counter it. That match went though.
Just seeing the results. What else has come through so far?
I got a personal message from Bodie saying he had a hard time, had bad luck in his rolls, and he lost his first match. So
I hope we get to see Bodie. I do want to see Bodie's team because I'm a fan of the Fish Slap.
We want to see Fish Slap. We want to get an Orbital Strike in there as well. It was Stuart over Bodie. There you go. Stuart beat Bodie.
Oh.
I was going to say, Bodie just sent me a message saying he lost one match. The Scott Ma. Now, again, there's people who I test with all week, and there's like 10 people, and I'm like, every time I see the results, I'm like, I hope they win, man. I hope they win. The Scott Ma is one of the guys TJ, I tested with.
No, that's not TJ. TJ's...
the Scott Man is, I can't remember his name exactly, but I played him. I tested him earlier this week. Yeah, he's got an interesting team. For Ingledew, one up over Ingledew.
So we've got, he's going for Blob early. I didn't see that purchase. And Blob's out. The problem, though, is Becky's just going to get rid of that Blob, most likely. Well, 50-50 shot of doing that.
That's correct. And that's the thing with that Becky is that it doesn't just KO it. It goes to the use pile, which, yeah. Personally, how are you with are you a Green Devil Mask fan? Right?
No.
So I never was.
Not at all.
Even like I think wasn't it the old Storm that did that, the reroll? Didn't it KO them, or did they go to the use pile as well?
No, it was the exact same ability.
I didn't like that. I'm not a fan of that.
It's okay if that's the only ability and the stats are garbage. It's just giving that ability to Becky Lynch and giving her Overcrush. It makes it...
Trait and a prep global.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Unknown Force 1, 2-0. He's a Canadian? There we go.
He's a Canadian.
We got some Canadians in there. That's Petrus.
We have Petrus, and I think it's Laurier and Kim are playing.
You said there was someone else.
And that's right. And we've got General Nemesis.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He cannot get Danny's out now.
Right. So I guess that's the whole purchase of the Blob, is to stop that part of it.
Yeah. But can he win in 10 minutes?
That's the hard part. 10 or 12 minutes or whatever it'll be.
Yeah.
The hard part, because it's not, if you don't win it counts as a loss, right? It doesn't count as
I'm
anything.
a little confused because it goes to 5 turns, if I recall.
Does it? Because I heard something earlier, and again, I don't have the full ruling, but my understanding was if it goes to turns, only if it needs to go to turns, which did make sense because game 1's won, game 2 goes to turns, win, then it's a tie if the person wins in turns, or is it the other way where if you go, it goes to the most life gets that win? So because it would make sense, you play a 45-minute match, then you play a 5-minute game, it goes to turns, and then you win the game. That wouldn't make sense.
So have you got 4 dice in your bag right now?
Yeah, it's gonna do something, but it's taking turns from Chris to get set up.
A literal communist 2-0 over Mr. McCat.
Dan says, I just heard he bought a Riddler. So he's trying to go the re-rolling way, but he won't get any Danny re-rolls for the Riddler to go off. I've played that Riddler before. The way around that Riddler is just not fielding stuff in the field.
Well, the other, well, I mean, the way that he's going to be able to get the Dannies out is he needs Becky to get rid of the blob, right?
Okay.
Well, at least my picture's getting crap on all fronts here.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know what it is, the stream or Chris's, I think video
the,
might be throwing it off a little.
It might be the connection there. I'm wondering if I should shut down the one Jitsi room and just watch it live and just not talk to them. We'll see.
That's true. I guess I could do the commentate from the live play, but or can you set your quality down maybe in the room?
Oh, that might be
I
a
don't know if it'll
plan.
work. We can test that stuff.
Because I
we
don't
can
need to see
try
a good
that.
quality. Manage my video quality.
That's our pro we have is we're trying to do these the Jitsi rooms. We haven't really tested a lot of it in larger tournaments.
Took away all the video. Low definition. There we go.
There's our first walk of Elias with the game, I think. I don't think
no,
we've had
he
a
did
walk
it
of
once
Elias.
or twice in the last game as well.
The Riddler hits. He can't field the Danny right now. I think he's just trying to ramp now is why he did the walk of Elias to get to his Becky. Yep. So I think for sure next turn we're going to see a ripped over.
Oh, hello, GodCon14. Thank you for tuning in with us today. I'm guessing you're a Dice Masters fan if you're here, because otherwise it's just two guys talking.
Yeah, and singing.
No. We said the singing is only going to come with lots and lots of subscribers.
That's right.
That's a Joppa, I think.
He rolled his. Yes.
Yep.
Now does he go the chain? He already bought the chainmail. So.
Yeah, but he missed it. It looks like so.
Yeah. What happens if chainmail rolls and it's got no character attached to it? It just gets in the field and it gets dropped on the field, I think.
Yeah, it just sits in the field.
And I know. I used to run that with the Yonti. I used to run Holy Avenger with the Yonti. And they just kept turning through, picking the same weapon up. It just, you can't, the start of the turn you can equip. You can't equip during turn. But if you feel the Yonti, I think it can be equipped. I can't remember the whole ruling with gear. We need more gear.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We need a way to get gear onto regular characters.
Yeah. But we had Nova Corps, but they didn't count it as gear.
No.
And
I always thought
that would be kind of cool
what I wanted to see, and, Jimmy, if you're out there listening, Batman's utility belt should have been a way to make gear attachable. That would have been so good.
True. If Jimmy's listening to this, a Galactus card would be great, where we can attach a whole bunch of Galactus pieces to make him huge.
GodCon14, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I agree, Lonnie. We should be able to back rule that all gear attaches to anything. That would be great.
True. That would be nice to have.
You know what? I don't see why there isn't a D&D action that grants the little gear icon to something. That would be kind of cool.
How about this? Because now
Weapon X just followed. Thank you.
The
Weapon OX,
experience now that a D&D got a buff with having the experience that they don't need to knock out a monster now is kind of a good thing. So maybe they'll give us gear to say it can be equipped to anything. But I guess some of the D&D cards had the little gear icon.
Yeah.
Because imagine equipping gear to a dragon or something like that. It's just, I don't know if that'll be right if they don't have it.
So it looks like we got our Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. He's starting to put the pieces together. But as we look at the clock, that might be the biggest weapon against him.
I think
that he has to have lethal, I believe. Now, if it goes to turns, again, I'm not 100% sure on the rules. If they're supposed to, and then he'll have turns.
Lonnie's reporting that Ben is posting that Becky is stupid in the chat on Discord. No result yet from the match, so.
Well, and again, I mean, you know what? I know there was arguments and people talking about it in the chats all week. It is, and people talk about it that it is stupid. The ability that you put 3 win cons in one card is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's where I said we're not saying that it needs to be banned, but it needs to be eroded in some way. But and we didn't have a Worlds really to have people to show it off. Tables being flipped in Columbus. Who knows?
Oh, I found my table, my little table for flipping. The kids had kidnapped it somewhere.
I want one of those tables. That's what I need.
As soon as I could figure a way to mail it to you, I'll fix my printer. That's my other problem.
I just need the libraries here in Ontario. They have 3D printers at them.
Pardon me, guys. So we got 4 minutes left. I think the clock is against Mr. Six here, because that is that Becky?
Yeah, that's Becky here now, and
so Blob might be out of the field.
Looks like he got the Becky.
Happy wife, happy life. That's great. I do appreciate my wife. Shout out to my wife for letting me do this today. Although it is early, who knows? The stream may go down suddenly. We'll see. Of course, she's level 3. Blob and Green Lantern. Do they go? Oh.
The lucky.
So
I think the first game, Chris rolled everything back every time they got blocked. Now he's 2 points damage because that's right, because Becky also deals 1 damage.
Which I keep forgetting to take.
We forgot the 4th win con on her if you really need it. But
that's right.
We're gonna get Ben in the booth here for after his first round game, maybe.
I don't think we should, because we do want to keep this family friendly.
I'm trying to get that, and I'm talking to his agent.
Oh, he's
now.
not doing the force attack or force block on the sidekick. Interesting.
And that's where, again, I just maybe it's sometimes people play it and they have their head on this is the way I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that could have been a lot more. I mean, it's at this point, Chris will probably just say, "Yeah, I don't think I can do this."
Well, his win con's sitting in his used pile right now, so I mean, there's little to no chance.
I mean, again, you do it a post game on that. It would be my question to Chris would be like, "Hey, did you ever think about putting that Intellect Devourer on that team?" And that might be one where that might have helped him a lot instead of Atlas. And I see Atlas is great, but what would have been better to have more Massum turns?
Yeah,
that might have been the difference in game 1.
I struggled with this when I was building this team is that I wanted the ramp, but I also wanted the masks, and there was no way to get them both.
So Lonnie wants the. He does say he wants the blank Toyman. I cherish my blank Toyman, or I give it to you.
You don't have a blank
if I ever buy another set.
Are you serious?
No, I told him. I said, "Did you lose to Becky in blank Toyman?" He doesn't own the blank Toyman card.
Oh, you know what, Lonnie? I'm gonna look around. I think I recycled all my spares, to be honest with you, because I did buy 2 sets.
I guess that's right, because some people bought 2 sets. That's right.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find that. I could have sent that to you. I didn't know. I don't need this extra cards, so I know I kept the the basic actions, but I don't know that I kept the actual cards. Actually, funny enough,
I just know if anyone is listening to the stream that has extra team packs from the Warhammers and the Harley Quinn sets, there's a website, Big Orbit Cards in the UK. They're actually taking them on as trade, and they're giving you like 50, whatever it is, half a pound for each of those cards. So if you have a second set, they're taking the cards in at that price, and it only costs like 2, 3, a couple stamps to send it to them. Might be able to get some money back on
Oh,
trade just
did he
for people who are
reroll
looking
something?
for.
Two Beckys, one
Didn't he
to
field
8,
Becky?
one to 7-7.
Did feel the second Becky, so yes, he doesn't. I don't think it matters right now.
No, it probably doesn't.
I don't think he cares about it. But yeah, he should have re-rolled 2 other characters.
Well, he couldn't reroll Joppa.
But the psychic. But still, you could have force attack or force block psychic overcrush. And maybe that's the part. Maybe the text that he's reading on it, he's not seeing the part that says he has overcrush as well.
I
'Cause-
assume he does. I'm just
Yeah,
confused.
because you could have forced a psychic to block. Now Joppa would have blocked one of them. The other one would have gone through. Like, why you didn't attack with both?
Oh, Lonnie. I have a blank toy, man. I don't have any dice for you, though.
I don't think he needs. He has. Oh, that's right. He would have had one if he had the set. So
Yeah. So, I mean, I can get you a card, but I don't think it's going to be of any value to you without the dice.
you know what? You really don't need the you don't really buy the blank Toyman anyways. You just
You
need to
can
have the
beg for
blank
dice
Toyman.
elsewhere. Message me on Discord. I do have actually the spare set from Justice, so I mean I can shoot you over some cards as long as it fits in the
Timer
envelope.
just went off. Chris looks like he's against a wall here.
Yeah, I don't think he has any.
It's at this point sometimes you just say let the 2 Beckys through and let her have her hurrah.
I mean, the only good news is you can keep. Oh, I thought that blob was on character face. Oh, shoot.
He rolled it. We gotta work on our camera. I don't even see the blob there. Where is
It's
the
gone.
blob?
It was an energy die.
Okay, so it was energy.
Yeah.
There it is. And that's one thing feedback with these mats, and I know Lonnie, you make a lot of them. It's sometimes when the screen is blurry, it's hard to see the dice.
Yes. Yeah, and
It's the
unfortunately,
only
we're at the
problem with
mercy
these.
of
Like whereas other mats,
internet connections right now.
if we see Dan's, we can see the dice on. It's you can't make out the stats at all, but
No.
you know the psychics are what.
Here we go.
There he goes.
Okay, fair enough.
What did he roll in? Oh, Eddie.
It was an Eddie.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you're
it.
not stopping nothing.
There's overcrush coming through, and that should be Chris's total defense. Looks like it's I think 1 Joppa will block 1. Oh no, he's got the Green Lantern can block, but
8-8 and 7-7 Becky.
8877 it's going to do. Joppa's going to block 1.
You block the 8-8.
7-7 with my Green Lantern. I'll block it. What's Eddie's defense?
2-2.
I'll throw the psychic in front.
Oh, he's gonna. So what is he taking?
Overcrush here. I'm pretty confident.
Just 1, I think.
7-7 one.
Yep.
So take 4 from that,
Green
right?
Lantern.
Lantern,
No, just the 2 because the Green Lantern was 5. Becky does.
Oh, was it 5?
Yeah, so it's only 2 he's taken. But again, it's 1 turn left. He's got to do full 20, and there's no way it's happening.
What do you think, Dan?
So he's at 17 then?
Pretty quick.
Who's at 17? It's oh.
Yeah, that Green Lantern's not going to pull.
9.
Is Nick playing right now? He is. Is he still playing?
No, his thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Room 17. If you go to the challenge.
There could be someone on buy. There is 1 buy.
No, he's matched up against a person.
I guess in the challenge page you can see where everyone's.
Yeah, that's the one thing I
inside.
like that these guys, the CR Game Room guys do. They do.
For my pride, really, I think.
Yeah. You know why? It depends too. If someone's streaming the match though, I think it could throw off their cameras too if you sign into a room though.
It's possible. You do have to be a little careful with that. Oh, Jacques
Hmm.
Blonde over KMCG Jr.
Keith McGee.
Oh, okay.
KMC.
There's a CR Game Room Discord.
Send the link. Then.
How much damage did he do?
Turn 3. Come on, man. I'm on 8. I'm on 8.
He's on 8.
I'm gonna
Oh, we
I'm
missed a
gonna
little
make
bit of
you
damage there.
work for it, Dan. I'm gonna make you work for it.
We're gonna trust.
Just threw the channel into the Discord here. I don't know if that's the right channel. If it shows up with these weird people dancing, it's not. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, the streamers, Lonnie, are ourselves, CR Game Room, and TJ. So Friday Night Clicks and CR Game Room. They are also broadcasting on Twitch, which hopefully you guys are also watching.
See, did
I
they
might have
set
to
a
shut
time
some
for the
stuff
next?
down here because my stream is unhappy.
You could try between because I was going to try to get these guys to talk before they go. I'm just trying to see when the next round starts up. We can do
Yeah,
a quick talk with them.
We're getting some.
They know the game's over.
I'm wondering if people in my house are playing on the internet.
He's right on. TJ's the one who is streaming. So sometimes if they have their cameras on a split, if you go in with Jitsi, it'll throw the cameras off.
Yeah, yeah.
Kim might be doing. Elliot. It says Elliot took a win over Laurier. So Laurier lost. It looks like a lot of damage coming through. And
Asuka will block your Eddie Guerrero.
again, Chris is just looking, going, I don't know what he can win with.
So I've got 2 going through from the Overcrush there.
The Overcrush just slowly killing him.
Dropper comes back. I've got Asuka doing 3 to Eddie.
Eddie's knocked out.
I've got 4-2 on the Green Lantern.
6 rounds, right? They're doing, Matt?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, 6. I mean, it was 6 rounds when they hit 30. And I'm wondering, is there any possibility that you can have 2 people 6-0 at the end of this? You should do the math on this. And
I don't think so.
Notebook. I'm just wondering if you have 30,
Oh,
was
Elliot
it, say,
lost
40?
2-0, not 1.
What have you got me on 7?
Wonder who he was up against. Elliot's a good player.
So
It said Elliot played Laurier.
No,
Oh, did they play?
You were on 5, right?
Yeah, Elliot
a
and Laurier.
rematch?
So
Yes.
I think he took 2 less damage than you do.
I'm just trying to do the math. If you have 45 to start,
I don't
after
think
round.
we're in round 4. I don't think it's gonna matter. I'll do a little bag reset.
It's not up to us, Lonnie. Like, we were assigned a couple rooms to play with. So we'll see what happens. So if the players show up, then they're on stream.
Yeah, doing the math, you could actually have going into round 6. You could have 3 people. That'll be 5-0.
I'll pay 1 to field Blob.
Blob is back.
I will buy a Zatanna for 1. Clayface it in for 2 masks.
Again, not enough mass, enough damage here.
Priority.
Pass back.
I'll attack with my Green Lantern. Zinnia for 4.
I feel we missed some damage there.
Static field in back.
Oh, there was some Green Lantern damage last turn. The overcrushing, there was some overcrushing damage to the Blob and some other characters. I think they're ready to sand it. If I can get in here and talk to these guys. I know they're done.
So it's yours, man. Take the win.
Okay, well,
Well
thank you.
played. No worries.
You're going to be our man on
Gentlemen,
the,
great. I'll put the microphone on both of you guys quickly. That was an interesting game. Chris, you were kind of up against the wall that whole time. Your Lantern team. It's a little bit slow to get them going. And you missed that game one. You missed that the Green Lantern, which kind of hurt you a lot.
Yeah, it stood up for itself. I mean, this is what I said before we started. I need 3 cards for my control, and I need 3 cards for my win condition, and it's 3 dice even, and it's just too ambitious. I need a smaller win condition combo, but do you know what? The only small win condition combo worth looking at right now is the one that I'm not going to play. So
the question we ask is that, and this is where I see the mass teams that I've been testing all week is, you have a card missing that I thought would definitely have helped you was the Intellect Devour.
Yeah, I don't like handing it to my opponent. I've tested with it, and too many people have managed to make hay of it themselves.
Okay, and that's what I found as well, that it hurts against. But between that or the Atlas, so you thinking the prepping with the Atlas is better than the Intellect Devour, of course.
Yes, yeah, I'd rather do that absolutely, because in an ideal scenario, that's a Zatanna and an Asker rolling in turn 3, isn't it, with the Atlas?
Absolutely, and you know what? Cheers to you for running a non-Becky team. You get the applaud from us. I like seeing that chain armor. That was awesome to see. That's a good way to not get your Joppas re-rolled. Testing again.
Sure, but Dan had the answer to that though, didn't he? With his cheeky little Danny Moonstar, didn't you, Dan?
Danny Moonstar. And going over to Dan on that, Dan, great build. I've seen the Danny Moonstar with the Riddler and adding in the Becky. That's even better. I mean, people say, "Oh, you don't have the Lawler." Well, I don't have the Lawler, but if you bring it for me, thank you very much. But there was a few times we thought that you would attack more with the Overcrusher, forcing something to block like a sidekick, and you could have done some overcrushing damage there. But I mean, you ran that team very well in both games.
Well, you usually have masks.
Obviously, Black Widow helped you out a lot there against Chris. That Black Widow's a cheeky little bugger, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
She most certainly is.
Yeah.
Ooh, matron.
Yeah. Well, I wish you guys both luck. I know you guys got to go grab yourself a sandwich or limoncello shot before your next round.
Absolutely.
And, damn right. We're sitting in the booth. We're going to cheer. We'll get you in the booth again. Next time you take damage, Chris, we're going to be doing shots for you.
Good. I appreciate that.
Best of luck to both of you guys, and hopefully we'll see you again on stream.
Yeah, thank you, Reg. And GG's, Dan. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, take care, guys.
Thanks.